The most important trait of being an entrepreneur is being a visionary. That's more important than being a hustler. I'm here on my online training site, the Lifter LMS Academy, where I have a bunch of courses. And I've got a course here, e-commerce and membership essentials for course creators. Now, if I go look at this course sales page, I've got it looks like a sales page. I've got the curriculum laid out. This particular course is free. It doesn't have a price tag on it, but I have to enroll to access the material. There's also a message here on the top that says this course opens at a time in the future. So I can enroll today, but I cannot access the content today. So if I click the join now button, I enter my email address and I create a password and I put in my name and I enroll, but I'm not going to be able to start taking the course yet. So this course actually, the content does not exist yet. If I go to the reporting in Lifter LMS, that's my software tool that I'm using to manage the courses and the memberships on this platform. I've got 186 people who have enrolled in the course that doesn't have any content yet that starts sometime in the future. So this is called pre-selling, and this is called validation. The most important entrepreneur skill is to be a visionary, to see something in the future and literally create something out of nothing. And one of the ways to do that is you start bringing form to it, you build out the sales page, you put it in front of your target audience, and you see if there's interest, whether that's a free or a paid kind of validation exercise. Now, I know my audience and I know that they want to optimize the selling experience of their courses and memberships. But before I go through the effort of creating all the content for this course, I'm validating. Now, as an entrepreneur, when I first launched Lifter LMS, the software, this is about 4.5 years ago when I had no email list and I kind of tooth and clawed to get up to about 700 people on an email list in a couple months. And then I launched the software, the first version of the software. The very first, after I got the validation of the interest by, people were interested up to 700 people in a couple months, and we launched it, and we only opened the cart for a week. I got 42 customers, 42 paying customers paying $149 for Lifter LMS. Fast forward to where we are today, I'm thinking about sharing the journey about what's worked for me and creating a course around how to get to $1 million in sales. But that it started in the WordPress product space, I might add. But it started with some validation and a small initial launch with only 42 paying customers is what happened for me. Maybe you get more, maybe you get less. I was thinking about sharing that in a course. Leave a comment down below this video if you'd like me to share my experience of what worked and how I grew from zero to $1 million in sales with a WordPress product business and the lessons learned along the way. Now, if there's interest in that, I'll consider creating that, but I want to note that I can share my experience, but in entrepreneurship, there's not a one-size-fits-all. Not all businesses or niches operate the same. But I can share what worked, what didn't work, which luck or random variables were involved, and hopefully you can learn something from that. If there's interest in that, leave a comment down below this video, and I'll consider creating that. But even what I did just there, I'm validating. Before I go to the effort to kind of give back to my community in WordPress and share some hard-won truths and entrepreneur struggles of going from zero to $1 million software business, I want to make sure there's demand and interest for that if I'm going to spend the time to launch some training and some material and potentially even some coaching into that space. But that's it. I just wanted to share the entrepreneur super skill of being a visionary and then validating and pre-selling. That's more important, in my opinion, than being a hustler or grinding. as entrepreneurs, we pull things down out of the ether and bring them into the reality. And you can go into a cave and go create your thing, your product or your service, and spend a lot of time. But in my opinion, it's much wiser to do some pre-selling and validation exercises before you commit. So thanks for checking out this video, and I hope you have an awesome rest of your day.